Forfeit, your team shouldn't even show up. What you want to be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Oakland Raiders. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And that's not the start that he was looking for as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 33-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check 26, check 26. Yo, Chief. What's up?
Shotgun now for Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 24-yard line.
Set 18 Gator. Tackles. Hey, Delta. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
On 1st and 10, Jones. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Touchdown.
Corey Davis, 76 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And an alley to run. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. That's complete. It's Collins. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 41-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Mike down. 180. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Give him 30 yards there. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Steelers' 4-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Carr to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. No success on first down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here.
52, watch 52. 52's the mic. Let's go, B. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Ready?
Jones now throwing on first down. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Well, when both guys went up for the ball, I just thought, who's going to come down with it? I didn't think he'd come down with it and then take it all the way for a touchdown.
That's battling, isn't it? Because normally, if both guys go up for it and come down with it, the tie goes to the offense. The defensive player didn't want it to be a tie at all. He wanted a little bit more, took it, and went the other direction.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team.
And that's caught inside the 35. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Corey Davis with his second touchdown in this opening quarter, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
We're good.
Here's Carr to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 5 now. Carr trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. T.J. Logan, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell, and the lead is now 21-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give them 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Into heavy traffic, and it's and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
Down! Blue 80! Raider 9! 198! Watch 98! Exit! Let's go, tight end.
From the gun, it's Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Ready, set. Check, Mike 54. Mike 54. Tighten up. General West. Check 3. Hey, orbit. 54, right there.
Throwing on first down, Jones. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 27-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
54 is Mike. Check. 54. Yeah.
On first down. It's Logan, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this.
Hey, dude.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Collins. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll run on 1st down. Jacobs. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 22. That's now his 2nd interception and as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
On the ready.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. 54 Mike. 54 Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Jones is going to find his running back. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh 1st.
And the Steelers 1st down.
18 Gator. Double dog. Bravo. Mike 54. Mike, let's go.
Here's Gaskin. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Gaskin, the ball carrier. He was brought down by Trayvon Mullen.
Ready up.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Second toe, defense. Second toe, defense. Let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Watch the glass. Watch the glass. 5. 56. Mike, 56.
Now Jones. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 30. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Mike 7. 56. Mike 56. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back. Shoot!
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Here I come again. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Silver.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of 11.
Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
It's on field. Hey, it's on routes.
On second and goal, Jones. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Cooper Kupp as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This is taken at the 3. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So we have come to halftime and what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10.
Hey, Haywood! 54! Mike 54! Go!
They'll run now with Gaskin. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Hey, exit! Got one!
Here's Jones to throw on third down. And he finds Stills, complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Y'all playing the wrong football. Hey, orbit. Towards the mic. Don't get nervous.
This is Gaskin on the carry. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of 2 there, second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
On second and 12, Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Hey, dude.
Jones on third down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyrell Williams. His third touchdown now on the year as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
On the return, the Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
Hey, wahoo! 54's Mike, 54's Mike. Check, check. Ready?
From the 30 on 2nd down, Jones. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
24's the mic. You're trapped, you're trapped.
Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down now, Swift. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On play action, now Carr. Over the middle, complete. It's Collins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. In for the score, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. Here we go.
Now on 2nd and 13, Jones, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
All right, Brandon, normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Carr. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Carr now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in the East Bay. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Carr. Catch made, it's Moreau. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Play action. Now it's Carr. That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the foot.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
The Raiders on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 5-yard line.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Check 93.
Here's Carr. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll try to run this one in. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it, stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
56.
On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
Second and 5 at their 49-yard line.
56. Mike's 56. Hey, pick your game up.
From just shy of midfield, Jones. He's got Jack Doyle. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, foxtrot. 54. Mike, 54. You ain't hit it.
On 4th down, Jones. And no, it's incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning.
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
The throw complete here to Williams. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a carry for Jacobs. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Hey, Alpha. Here we go. Ready?
Jones now. Going to throw again. It's complete. Stills. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Hey, Delta. 24 is the mic. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. 24 is the mic. Hey, defense, let's go. Shoot.
On first down, Jones. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Able to get there and pick it. He was looking that time for Stills. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Anthony Harris. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
And he's lapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Cleveland Farrell, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Throwing on second and long. Jones over the middle, and it's incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target, and it's third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Throwing, Jones. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Oakland, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable.